Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about storm season, which is coming up in just a few days, is what I would have said had I done this when I was supposed to. And I didn't. I also got bottom braces today, which is fun. Anyhow, storm season was a few days ago, March 1st, and we're just now talking about it, but I am going to get on it because, it's here. So as we're browsing through our models here, we can see a bit of a severe weather threat popping up this weekend. That's not really what I'm here to talk about. I am going to talk about a bit of how March is going to come in, but mostly, what is this season going to look like for the weather patterns? What am I going to do during this season? Not relating to weather patterns, just personal things for storm season. And then we'll talk a little bit about what is March going to do. All right, and I am finding all of this out as you are. As you can see, Google says there's a 66% chance of a La Nina. Y'all know what else this means. We get to go back to staring at SPC outlooks for hours. This is the SPC outlook. It is like the ultimate tool for, hey, where's severe weather going to be? Obviously in Iowa. Day 2, March 5th, whenever that is. So that's kind of our probabilities for storms. That's the day that back on old pivotal weather would be probably 48 hours in advance. Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, would you look at that. No possible way that could be severe weather right there, huh? The point is, it's supposed to more or less line up. This is what I wanted. All right, so the La Nina that started in summer of 2020, we all remember that one, is continuing. It continued all through 2021, and it's doing its thing. So now it's 2022, and apparently, according to Wikipedia, this is definitely a reliable source, it's going to continue into the spring, summer of 2022, which is, yes, what meteorologists are saying too, so I kind of trust this to be fairly accurate. Apologize for the blurriness. March through May. I don't even know where Eastside, Indiana is. Okay, March through May. This is our severe weather risk. As you can see, I am in the state of Indiana. As you can see, I'm conveniently right in the middle of the severe weather risk. I shouldn't be excited about that, but as a meteorologist in the making and someone who enjoys watching storm structure and studying this stuff, it's kind of convenient. So we're going to probably watch a lot of storms forming up in Ohio, Missouri this year, just moving this way. This kind of sums up the risk for this weekend as well. And so it was March 1st a couple days ago, meaning that a lot of the stuff for the tornado season this year is out, and we'll have a look at it. Our 6-10 day temperatures were a little above. It's going to get pretty warm here for a minute. That could definitely prompt some storm action in here this weekend. Again, we're not really talking too much about that, but our month-ish is slightly warmer in this area. And that's pretty normal right there. Storms will fire here, intensify here. Is the general guess. This is not every single day this is going to happen. This is just what we can predict as our average. Precipitation above. They're probably going to rain out in this area a lot, like they do almost every year. And I hope I didn't just forget to record an entire statement there, but mesoscale analysis pages as well. Forgive me, I keep zooming in and out for things. Yes. Yes. I'm ready to use this again badly. A little bit of everything here. I'll explain this when we start to really get into storm season. We'll do a pre-storm season checklist, but I don't think anything's going to happen here this weekend, so we may give it a couple weeks there. So anyhow, the point here is that I'm making this so that we can get it out and give you guys a general idea. If you want a more in-depth look and a more professional look, I'd check out Ryan Hall, y'all, on YouTube. He's good. That is where I get a lot of my information from when we're chasing and stuff. Speaking of chasing, I don't know how it's going to go this year, but we'll try. I've got the cameras ready. I don't have any hail protection ready, but I do have a hard hat. So, temperature outlooks, precipitation outlooks, 3-month temperature outlook. We're going to be pretty darn warm this year, which is definitely going to contribute to some interesting situations pretty quickly. So, La Nina and the Madden-Julian oscillation are going to be affecting us here in March, it appears. So March is going to kind of come in like a lion. Back over to pivotal weather for that. We'll check out some of our longer range models here if we can. Alrighty, let's take a look into some of our futures. This is, of course, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we're already a week ahead of when I'm making this video, but you're going to see it. Okay, this is a week ahead of when you're going to see the video. We've got another storm system rolling through there. Probably going to be minor. We're already looking into mid-March here, starting to get there. We're seeing another storm system come in here. This one could be strong and might wipe through Indiana pretty hard. So, March 15th. Going to be looking out for this one in Indiana, for me at least anyway. And another very strong storm system right there could definitely blast through Iowa and Missouri on the 17th. That could be something. Of course, the energy's probably going to disappear shortly after that. It'll cluster up. But those could be isolated supercells through Illinois as well. I want you guys to look at this madness here. That's not what I'm trying to do. 5 minutes later, that right there. That right there. All of those. That. Basically everything right there could become a powerful supercell thunderstorm. This could be interesting. March 15th, March 17th could be very interesting days for the Midwest. Keep those dates in mind. Let's talk about something else besides what our prediction is for March. We've already said it's going to come in like a lion, and this year is probably going to be a bit rough for storms. Quickly, we will go over our 384-hour supercell composites here. Again, we're looking at a little chance in the Illinois-Indiana border and probably slightly north of that into this weekend. That's the 6th. Into this weekend, of course. Moving off from that, we're looking at several other chances through here. But let's look toward the 15th if we can get there. There's a flash of supercell potential right there where I said possibly through Missouri. And then the 17th, more supercell potential. So, yeah. And again, these are just the composites. These are just long-range models. We're just looking at these things because, it's the best we can tell right now, so don't take these as true fact. This stuff changes every single minute. It's crazy. We're just doing the best we can with what we have and the information gathered. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting going into March this year. All right, so we're going to put up our historic probabilities for tornadoes in March. Of course, this year it shifted more toward this area. We'll put it in the background anyway. While we talk about what should you do for storm season. If you're a chaser, y'all know the deal. Get the batteries. Make sure they're all ready. None of them are junk. The cameras. Pack the beef jerky. I don't need to tell the chasers what to do. I have no room. I'm not really a chaser. I just try. If you're random citizens of the United States of America that are in this reddish area, or even if you're not, just in case, what do you do for tornado season 2022? You have to forgive me, I'm having a bit of a lisp here due to my bottom braces being on. Not used to them yet. Literally 4 hours ago got them put on. So, what should you do? Pack food away and water bottles and stuff like that. Invest in a weather radio. I got a new one this year. I've got 2 now. Those are really helpful for keeping up with stuff when TV's out. Watch the weather. Don't just ignore it, especially if it's a day that people are thinking it's going to get bad. Or you're going to hear the weather channels saying, hey, weather's going to be bad today. Pay attention to that. Because generally about 4 or 5 hours after they say that, which is normally around noon, 6, 7 o'clock, it starts to get pretty nasty. So, pay attention to the weather. Don't ignore it. Invest in maybe a weather radio. Make sure you got batteries, water, food, and be smart. Don't drive through flooded water. Don't stand out in the hailstorm, etc. Now we got that out of the way. What am I doing for storm season 2022? Well, first of all, making this video. Second of all, we might be looking at some more live coverage of severe weather events, live forecasting, stuff like that. Did a couple of those in the past. Please don't go look at them. They're bad. But we can look at stuff like that for this year if I can't actually chase. I've got the cameras ready, the batteries ready, pretty much everything ready to go chase. I've got planned areas I want to chase in. I'm looking at roads and routes and getting maps. And yes, it's getting kind of interesting pretty quickly. Storm season snuck up on me this year. Normally does not happen. And then, yeah, we'll have severe weather videos and stuff. If I get any really cool pictures, video footage, I'll put it up the next day or whenever I get the time to edit it all down and stuff. Speaking of editing, that's about all I have for you today. So I'm going to go spend 5.5 hours cutting the 2 hours that I just sat here recording all of this 25 times because it kept messing up. We're going to go edit all that down into like 15 minutes. Alrighty, be sure to comment, share, like, subscribe, and we'll see you back. Stay weather savvy.